Hi everyone, it's Megan here, the faithful fibromyalgia warrior, and it is Wednesday, the 12th of October. I wanted to show you guys Hilly Fields. Now, I haven't been up here in a couple months between the heat waves and the drought, and then our dog, we had to get him neutered back near late August, and of course he's had to take a very slow approach to getting out and running and playing chase and all that. But look how amazing it is. I mean, you can kind of see behind me. I'm just going to show you around. Right? Like, look at that. Look at that look at this beautiful day. You can see there's dew. I think you can probably see there's dew on the grass. And there's Birdie. I've already worn him out. And there's someone in the distance coming with their dog, which means we'll probably be going pretty soon. I don't know, I look out at this today and wow, there is no doubt in my mind, there's a God and He is amazing. And He looks after me every day, not just with providing me with the food I need to eat to be nourished and grow and be healthy, and that being animal products, so the meat and things like eggs or butter or cheese, in small amounts, but He's given me everything I need spiritually and emotionally and physically as well. What a glorious, glorious day it is. I can't believe how incredible it is. And even though it's 10 o'clock, I'm like the first person out here today, other than this woman who's coming with her dog. But before that becomes madness on Birdie's side, let me just take a quick pause and I'll flip the camera around. So I've been inspired even over these last few days to add content even these last few days, because why not? And you know what, this morning I was feeling a bit bloated and ucky, and I felt like I'd gained a whole bunch of weight, and apparently the scale seemed to indicate that. Not that that matters, even though I knew in my mind, okay, I'd had a few cappuccinos this week, so there was a bit of carb in there, less than 20 grams total, but that could be a factor because I don't normally have any dairy in my coffee. That might have played a part. Also, I have, for the first time since I've been pregnant, I have missed a period. I've missed a cycle, like, completely. And I know that that is the beginning, finally, of getting into menopause, which is starting to not have a cycle. But I also know that the PMS symptoms are also quite common for some of the women who start going, not just dealing with a menstrual cycle, but with menopause, meaning cravings and water retention, or bloating, because normally when my cycle would come, all that stuff would just be gone. I'd have it for about 2 weeks and then it would all just be flushed out of my system, and a lot of it is gone, but some of it hasn't flushed out. And I keep forgetting that, oh, that's because of the hormones going on, having a party, or a sort of a last kickoff of remembering the good old days when they were in full force back before I hit this stage of life. And I was feeling frustrated. I can't believe I actually went and stood on the bathroom scale. Now, normally, I don't do that very often. And if I do, I usually do it when I first get up, which is around 7 o'clock, after I've had a chance to empty my bladder and haven't eaten anything. And that's when I usually get the most accurate reading. But today, I got on the scale around 9-ish. Actually, yeah, it would have been 9 o'clock or just after 9. And I'd already had breakfast. And so my body's already going through the process of digestion and everything else. And I was just like, oh, wait, maybe if I factor in 2 pounds, because technically I would normally have had my cycle, and that would all be just PMS weight and it'll be gone soon, etc. And I just panicked. And you know what? I had to make this video because, in spite of knowing better, and I grabbed the tape measure. My waist measurements haven't changed. My hip measurements and thigh measurements are all exactly the same as they were, 2 months ago. My clothes still fit exactly the same. Some of them fit a bit looser. So the scale doesn't mean anything. And as much as I can say that to other people, it's crazy how hard it is when we have to give ourselves that very same advice, because I wasn't listening to my voice of, it doesn't mean anything. It's because of hormone shifts. You know, you've already eaten today. Don't worry about it. Everything's still, your clothes still fit great. You still look great. You are still fit. You're still healthy. And you would have been, you know, obviously you're also building a bit of muscle mass. So your weight is going to go up ever so slightly, because it had gone up like around 3 pounds over the past month and a half. My weight's gone up 3, maybe 4 pounds, of which some of that is going to be a bit of muscle weight. And I was fighting these feelings of panic and, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And it isn't working, and yet still feeling hungry all the time and like I have to eat always. Now, I make sure to eat lots more fat, so that does help me stay full longer. But I just realized, you know what? Honestly, I don't know what it feels like to start menopause, because I've never done that before. And I'm not going to do it perfectly. And I haven't. And it just reminds me how easily I could lose my focus and worry about the things that don't matter. And isn't that what Satan wants anyways, guys? Really? Those of us who are Christians, believers, faithful, we know this intellectually. And it's easy enough to say it until we're in the middle of a challenge, whatever that might be, right? So I don't know, I just felt inspired to say, look, guys, I just had to step back and remember, if God could make all of this amazing beauty and nature around me, like, okay, the fields are green again. If you look back to some of my videos from this summer, you will notice that everything was dry and dead and like a scorched brownish color, brownishy, light blonde color. Now it's all green and alive again, right? God looked after all of this, nature. If he can do that, how much more amazing is he going to be in our lives? And I have to remind myself, we're not promised an easy life, or one that's always positive, or one that has no challenge. And I had to remind myself that, you know what? Why am I getting so worried about something so insignificant as, I think my weight's gone up a couple pounds? Because that is my trigger personally. And if you come from a background of an eating disorder, then I'm sure that could be one for you as well. I don't want to make it seem like I have all these answers or that I've got it all worked out, because I haven't. But for right now, in this moment, today, God's pretty amazing. And I guess what I'm realizing is, you know, I really shouldn't just trust the scale automatically. It's not even one of the ones that's higher end that can sort of roughly calculate your body fat and your muscle mass. It's just a basic electronic scale. We got it for like 10 pounds at Wilco, just to give us a rough idea. Don't even know how accurate it is, and the battery's overdue for being changed. So, you know, who knows? That may not even be correct what I saw this morning. But even if it is, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm living. And not only that, more importantly, I'm alive spiritually, not just physically. So I don't know, I guess maybe I'll call this Meditation Moments with Meghan, the faithful fibromyalgia warrior. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I hope it helps to know that, hey, if you fall back into those old patterns and those old negative thoughts, don't feel bad, because I certainly did this morning, and I have before this week. And I'm kind of, part of me is thinking, geez, I hope I'm not going to have one of those surprise pregnancies. Although my husband had a vasectomy 19 years ago. So I don't think that's what's going on. I think it's just the starting phases of menopause. And I don't know what that's going to look like going forward exactly. But if my story helps you in some way, or encourages you, or gives you a good laugh, then it's all worthwhile. And besides, at the end of the day, God is awesome, and what we have physically, it's not forever. It's just for now. Ultimately, we're going somewhere better, right? That's it for me, guys. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.